Hi, I'm Jim Clifford with Washington Realty Group, and this is the third and final video of the video series that I've been doing about selling a vacant home or a home that someone is trying to sell through a probate or through a trust. So far we have covered getting the home ready, physically ready, making an idea of the market value range of a home, and having a better idea of targeting who the buyer is going to be. Now, in this video, we're going to cover two topics. The first one is going to be marketing your home within the market range, determining what the right market positioning is in your range. And the second part is going to be having a smooth and closing. So the first part, let's get started. Determining your market position within your market range is very, very important, and it's a part where you need to sit down with your agent and look not at the homes in your neighborhood, but the homes that you are going to compete with in your market or price range. What happens is a buyer goes out to look at a home, and they are going to look by price first. Location is important, but it isn't the ultimate. The number one issue is price. So you want to look at all of the homes within 3, maybe even out to 5-mile radius from your home that are in the same market value range as your home, and make a comparison if how your home stacks up against those other homes. That is almost impossible for homeowners to do by themselves. What happens is you look at the market value range and you start saying, well, my house is better because of this, or my house is better because of that. But you don't take the overall package. Buyers look at the overall package. Sit down with an agent, really do a good price valuation of what makes your home good within the market value range, and then go after that market value range. If you download my ebook, you're going to find that I talk about what happens with activity within your market range if you get too much activity or if you don't get any activity, and how to do market adjustments. I really strongly recommend that you read that portion and talk with your agent to make sure that you are actually selling the home at the right price. Once you get a buyer, then the most important process is going from a signed off purchase agreement to closing. But in order to have a good closing, you have to first make sure that the offer that you accept is the right offer for your home. You have no idea how many times we get buyers who write up offers and they want to do an FHA financing or a VA financing on a home that requires a ton of repairs. That's not going to close. Or you get a buyer who comes in and overprices their offer by tens of and $20,000 or $30,000 over what the real market value is of your home, knowing that the appraisal will bring it back down at the time they get it appraised. So all they're trying to do is just be the buyer rather than be the right buyer. You need to vet the purchase agreement. Make sure that the information that the buyer is bringing forward and the buyer's agent is bringing forward are correct, and that the lender working with the buyer has the ability to close the transaction. You'll even see some cash sale transactions when the buyer really isn't a cash buyer, but they pretend to be a cash buyer. They're borrowing money from what we call a hard money lender or from a secondary mortgage position, and they don't have the money in their pocket. That's not really a cash buyer. Once you have vetted the transaction, then you need to make a time process of every part of the transaction that's supposed to happen and what the time frames are. When the inspections are supposed to be done, when escrow is supposed to be opened, when the lender appraisal is supposed to be ordered. All of these things will have timelines that you want to stay on top of. And if any of them start to fall apart on you, you really need to have guidance of how to make sure that the transaction either comes back together right away, or if it's a bad transaction, you get rid of it quickly and get back on the market to get it closed soon. Now, we've gone over a lot of information from in the first video, the second video, and this video. And I know that you really need to absorb a lot of this in order to be able to do a really good job of getting your home sold. Our market right now is very, very active, and people think, hey, I just put a house on the market, it's gonna sell. Well, it may, but we have found that you will have more problems even in this very, very hot market than you would expect. And you will find houses that go on the market and go off, go on the market, go off, over and over again. And there's usually a good reason why this is happening. I really encourage you to take the time to look at my ebook, read through the information, and then sit down and work with an agent and make a good marketing plan. If you do want to sell the house yourself, still take the time to read through the ebook, get the information. You are going to find that there's a lot of good information there for you also. If you need my help, or if you want to give me a call, please do so. I've been working in real estate for over 40 years. I seriously know how to market a home, especially vacant homes, because I've marketed thousands and thousands of them. So good luck. I hope to work with you soon, and thank you.